everybody, TwinklePhoenix here. Welcome to Seduce Me, the demo. This is for the original game. This was a demo I didn't cover on the channel. The art style for this one is completely different to what we got in the final version for Seduce Me, the Otome game. The characters themselves are actually quite adorable. Simon has changed a lot from his design in this one to what we saw him finally as. I still say he looks like a goddamn squirrel, but in this he actually looks like a rabbit. So I'm going to show you guys the Seduce Me, the demo. For those that have not seen it and have been asking to see it, here it is. So let's begin. The following game demo is made for PG-16 audiences. Please know that sexual violent themes are slightly explored in this game. You've been warned. Do not worry. This demo does not have much of that in it.
Why, hello. My, aren't you a gorgeous sight? Can I be honored enough to know your name?
Hello there, Eric. You sound marvellous. I love the fact that the demo was also fully voiced. Now, Michael, of course, was your default name, but I'm going to keep it as Twinkle.
A lovely name. For a lovely person like you. Wonderful.
Eric, do your job.
And that, of course, was James.
Very well. This game was produced by Seraphim Entertainment and VoiceAU and is powered by Ren'Py Visual Novel Engine. We truly hope you will enjoy this story. I know I'll enjoy it since you'll be in it.
Now, the difference in this part by here alone is VoiceAU was never in the final game. We just have it from Seraphim Entertainment, and that was powered by Ren'Py Visual Novel Engine. I'm not sure what happened to these ones by here. Just pointing it out there.
Eric.
You tell him, James.
Fine, fine. Farewell, my sweet.
Somewhere.
Come on! Is that all you got?
Wanna try me, asshole? Crap! Missed.
Let's retreat for now.
No kidding. Let's get out of here.
That's right. You better run, you stupid punks. Stay out of our territory.
There's something new. I'm pretty sure Miles never said about his territory. Call it fate or call it coincidence. That one moment of violence started a chain reaction of events I will never forget.
This formula, created in the 70s, is one of the most important in the field of financial theory. It is used to calculate the price of European-style options and is widely used by option marketers, though there are some discrepancies that are now corrected with the modern viewpoint.
Gorgeous art style, can I point out? Blaming gorgeous art style. So in this one, of course, we can see our character along with Naomi, and I believe that is Suzu in the foreground. I love this art style. Rain. It's been a long time since we've gotten rain around here, but it is the season for rainy weather, so it's not exactly that surprising. Personally, I love the sound of it, the way the raindrops fell like the soft tapping of fingers. It was so soothing. Even looking at the droplets hitting the glass of the window was strangely calming. For this reason, I felt lucky for having a seat next to the window, though I did spend more time staring outside than I did paying attention in class. The lectures in class were pretty boring. Miss Phillips' voice wasn't soporific, but I just wasn't interested in what she was saying. And since it was the period right before lunch, all I could think about was doing other things in my free time. Honestly, I didn't really care much for economics. Sure, I had good grades in this class, but it was only because I read the textbooks and did my assignments, as I had to. I was only taking this class because it was mandatory. If it were up to me, I would probably have taken another course. Luckily, it was my senior year, so after this semester, it would mean the end of the high school courses forever. Thank God for that. I didn't hate high school. It was just kind of mundane, how the days drifted on as if there was no end to it. The only thing I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting my friends and hanging out with them, but that was kind of it. In short, I was done with high school. The start of second semester brought a note of finality to it. I already applied to many universities this semester, to the semester prior, and I was expecting replies sometime in the next few months. It seemed like the start of something new, something that would change. That is, if things would change. I stared at the faint outline of raindrops in the distance. For now, I was stuck in this class.
Miss Anderson,
Oh dear, I think she noticed we weren't looking at her. Ooh, have you noticed a different classroom? Miss Phillips raised her voice, interrupted my train of thought. Just when I was thinking out class, I quickly turned my head to face the teacher. Hopefully she didn't pick me just because she knows I was spacing out. Yes, ma'am?
Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard?
I would if I could actually see it. It's quite fuzzy. Oh, I think I read about that in the textbook last night. It should be... You need a pair of glasses, love. That's quite smudgy. It's the Black Scholars Module Formula.
Very good as always, Miss Anderson.
Anderson, it followed me wherever I went. Most people didn't really know me by my first name, but rather by my surname. No doubt since the surname was the trademark of the internationally famous and philanthropist Anderson's Family Toys, and because the founder was my own grandfather. Suzu, one of my best friends, turned around and proudly gave me a punch to the shoulder.
Kick ass, girl.
If you notice as well, Suzu here is a lot smaller than she is in the other design. From beside her I heard Naomi, another one of my best friends, clearing her throat in obvious disapproval of Suzu's choice of words.
She means good job.
If you notice, the design for them hasn't changed much. And now this one looks a lot like some of the CG, some of like the pictures you see in some of the cutscenes in the full game. This style be here.
Miss Cappini.
Miss Cappini.
Oi.
Care to tell me who the creators of this formula were?
Some guys named Black and Shoals. Fisher Black and Myron Shoals.
Very good, Miss Patterson.
Show off. Better study next time, Suzu. Be like us and study once in a while.
Suzu rolled her eyes and slouched into her chair as Naomi gave her a small smirk. She always pouted when Naomi showed her up.
That's the end of today's lecture. Now, let's separate into groups and work on your projects. Remember, everything is due on Monday. Go ahead now.
Before I knew it, Suzu and Naomi had scooted their desks were aligned with mine, and we turned into the three musketeers. The three adorable musketeers. This design for them was adorable. Whenever the teacher let the students decide on groups, we were always grouped together in our little trio. It was a sheer stroke of luck that we all managed to be in the same class, so we had to at least take the opportunities and stick together as much as we could. Besides, we were most comfortable around each other than, say, compared to being around any other classmate. It made sense for us to put our heads together for any kind of project. I took out the poster we were working out and wrote it onto the three desks. That is one big poster. We were pretty much finished with fulfilling most of the guidelines for the project, though. We still have to add a few finishing touches here and there. After working on making the poster a bit prettier, we sat back and inspected our work to see what we still had to do. Naomi, as usual, was the first to look over for any issues. She slightly tapped the pencil against her chin, staring intently at the project.
Alright, so let's see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labor. What else do we need?
Suzu straightened up to look at the poster and stroked her chin. After a few seconds, her face brightened and she spoke up.
How about a company name? Huh? Did we really skip over that? Of course we did. You always go straight into the logical statistics and stuff that you completely skip over the fact. We need a name for our project. At least we caught it this time. What do we name it? Not sure. What do you think?
It always came down to me. Whenever there was something to be named or titled, I was the master and ending decisions, even when I didn't want to be.
I like Trinity Corporations.
That is way too predictable. How about the Dragon Company?
What do dragons have to do with our project?
What? It's a totally unpredictable name. It's hot.
But our company sells bubble gum.
Who said we can't produce spicy bubblegum?
What do you think?
Both of them looked at me expectantly, even though I wasn't quite sure myself. I didn't really want to choose sides, but if it were up to me, I would say Trinity Corporation sounds just fine for bubblegum. Right, this be here. As you can see, we got minus 25 chaos points. We get more, it would go the other way for Suzu. I'm not really sure how this works, this bar, because it wasn't added in the final version. But obviously when that fills up more, I believe it's more for like the humans. I can't be like 100% sure what the bar is for. Only that this was something that was never added in the full version, so this is something new. And they get different icons as well for the girls.
Bah, fine. Be lame. Alright, now that we've decided on a name, now what?
As we ended our name game, a giggle scrambled my thoughts. Huh? Who was that?
Ignore it, it's just Lucette.
I looked over my shoulder to see her laughing with her circle of friends, mostly comprised of popular people that were practically friends with everyone in school. And as a result, everyone in school knew them. In the centre of it all was Lisette White, my rival, which I like to obviously fight with in the visual novel. She sat with a posture that indicated she was still working, but that she was also ready to casually chat about her day. She had an enduring balance of charisma and awkward, which was readily apparent when she first talked to someone. It was easy to make her laugh and smile, and she was quite the comedian as well. Basically, she was perfect. No, she's not. She most certainly was not perfect when it came to fighting. Not that she was like a robot or something, but she was the student that everyone else wanted to be. Except, obviously, us. We don't want to be her. Lisette was bright, easygoing, and above all, had her future laid out right in front of her. Unlike the average student, she knew what she wanted to do after high school, and as a run, she was confident and ambitious, though sometimes it could rub a lot of people the wrong way. Moreover, I'd known her ever since I was young, but it had ultimately resulted in a rivalry that continued today. Of course, my friends knew what was between us, and upon seeing me glance at her, they shifted their attention to her.
She doesn't even look like she's working, in my opinion.
She probably is, but she's too much of a stuck-up priss to allow herself to look like she's actually doing work.
Oh, come on, Suzu. She may be a little off-putting, but she's not the giant priss that you're making her seem to be.
No, I totally go with her. She's right.
The day she isn't a priss is the day I turn into you.
Oh God, no! 2 Naomis.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. It's about time. Let's bail.
Let's watch the amazing power of Suzu escaping the classroom. Blowman actually moves faster. Good Lord, right? She's gone. Unsurprisingly, Suzu was the first out of the classroom, slinging about with ease over his shoulder and quickly strolling out the door.
Her seat isn't even closest to the exit, and she always manages to be the first one out of the door. I don't think I'll ever understand that.
Because she has rocket-powered boots or something. She literally just went phew, and off the screen she went. You and me both. See, as you can tell, this bar here, when this fills up, it's to do with Naomi's art. When it goes the other way, I believe this is for Suzu. I think. She gave me a smile as if relieved by the fact that I felt the same way as she did.
See? Why can't she just be normal like the two of us?
It's Suzu, Naomi. Think about it.
Very true.
Man, you guys are slow. Are you coming or what?
Yes, I just have a question. Seriously, am I going blind or something? Everything is so fuzzy.
We heard you the first time. Not everyone has rocket boosters attached to their legs when the bell rings.
Thank you, that's what I thought.
Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian here was dozing off a bit.
Haha, I do have to admit I was spacing out, but just because I answered one question doesn't mean I'm automatically the valedictorian.